Welcome to Relaxed Reddit Readings. Today we have 4 Reddit stories for you. Reddit stories that will make you question everyone around you. Story 1. My wife put 6-day-old spaghetti in our dinner. So my wife just made me eat 6-day-old spaghetti without telling me, and now she thinks I'm being dramatic. Last night my wife made spaghetti and it smelled absolutely amazing. She was acting all mysterious about it, telling me she tried something new and wanted me to just eat it before asking any questions. You know when someone's being all secretive about their cooking? That should have been my first red flag. I took a few bites and honestly, it tasted kind of off. Not terrible, just weirdly sweet and earthy. Like there was something different about the sauce that I couldn't put my finger on. So I asked her what she changed, thinking maybe she added some new herbs or spices. But no. She told me she blended up leftover spaghetti from 6 days ago and mixed it into the sauce to thicken it. 6 days old. I immediately stopped eating. I know it's technically the same ingredients, but something about eating week-old pasta that's been sitting in our fridge just grossed me out completely. The texture, the thought of it breaking down, everything about it made my stomach turn. She got really upset with me and said I was being wasteful and dramatic. She kept arguing that it was perfectly safe since it was cooked and refrigerated, and that I was overreacting to something that was essentially just recycled pasta. But here's the thing, if she knew I'd be okay with it, why didn't she just tell me up front? Why the whole mystery act? To me, that says she knew I probably wouldn't want to eat it, which is exactly why she should have asked first. Now she's giving me the silent treatment and acting like I'm some kind of food snob. She says she was being creative and trying not to waste food, which I get, but I feel like there's a difference between being resourceful and serving someone mystery meat, you know? Or in this case, mystery pasta. I mean, would you want to eat something that's been sitting in your fridge for almost a week, blended up and disguised in your dinner? If you're enjoying these stories, hit that like button and let me know in the comments which story you relate to the most. Story 2. I got someone uninvited from my daughter's wedding over a racial slur. My dad just used the N-word at a family gathering, and now half my family thinks I'm overreacting for uninviting him from my daughter's wedding. My daughter's getting married in a month at this really nice venue. She and her fiancé have funded most of it themselves, with help from his parents and my mom and stepdad. I raised her and her sibling by myself for years, and later had another son with their stepdad, though I've been raising him alone for the last 7 years too. Here's where everything went wrong. Last weekend, my dad used the full N-word when talking about my daughter's relationship choices. He literally said that's what you get for getting involved with certain people. I was absolutely horrified. My daughter's fiancé is black, and hearing my own father say something so disgusting about the man my daughter loves just made my blood boil. The worst part? He said it so casually, like it was just normal conversation. Like that kind of hatred was just something we should all accept at a family dinner. I immediately told him he was no longer welcome at the wedding. My daughter and her fiancé don't need that kind of toxic energy on what should be the happiest day of their lives. But now my family's split down the middle. Some of them are saying I should give him another chance, that he's old and set in his ways, that family comes first. They're acting like I'm tearing the family apart over words. But these aren't just words, this is about the fundamental respect for my daughter's choice and her future husband's dignity. My mom's being supportive, thankfully, but other relatives are calling me constantly trying to get me to change my mind. They keep saying things like he didn't mean it that way, or you know how he gets when he's had a few drinks. But honestly, I don't care if he was drunk, tired, or having a bad day. There's no excuse for that kind of language, especially about family. My daughter deserves to walk down that aisle knowing everyone there loves and supports both of them. She shouldn't have to worry about her grandfather making racist comments at her reception. Am I really supposed to let someone who thinks so little of my future son-in-law celebrate their marriage? Story 3. My dad forced me to join a sorority and now I'm lying about everything. My controlling father made me join a sorority I hate, and now I'm lying to him every weekend just to keep my tuition safe. I'm a freshman in college and my dad has been obsessed with helping me make friends, but not in a normal supportive parent way. He literally set me up with this sorority, made me join it, and forced me to fill out all the forms to get a big sister. I never wanted any of this. Every single weekend, he texts me asking if I went to whatever sorority event was happening. And if I say no, he goes absolutely ballistic. He'll yell at me over the phone, blame my boyfriend for making me antisocial, and threaten to pull my tuition. In the past, he's even threatened to ruin my boyfriend's life just because he thinks he's a bad influence. So I started lying. I tell him I went to events that I never attended. I make up stories about bonding with my sorority sisters and participating in activities that I have zero interest in. It's exhausting keeping track of all these fake stories, but it's the only way to keep him off my back. Here's the thing, I'm not antisocial. I have friends. I have a boyfriend who makes me happy. I'm doing fine in college without being forced into some sorority sisterhood that I never wanted in the first place. But my dad has this vision of who I should be and what my college experience should look like, and he's willing to financially manipulate me to make it happen. The worst part is that I'm actually a good student. I'm keeping up with my classes, I'm not partying too hard, I'm being responsible. But none of that matters to him because I'm not participating in the exact social activities he's chosen for me. My mom knows what's happening and she thinks I should just tell him the truth, but she doesn't understand what he's like when he's angry. When he threatens to pull tuition, he means it. And I can't afford college without his help. So now I'm stuck living this double life, pretending to be the sorority girl he wants me to be while actually just trying to figure out who I am on my own terms. Is it really that wrong to lie to someone who's trying to control every aspect of your social life? Story 4. People keep judging me for using the disabled bathroom when I have a Stoma bag. I have an invisible disability and people keep giving me dirty looks for using the disabled bathroom, but they have no idea what I'm dealing with. I'm 20 years old and I have a Stoma bag. For those who don't know, that means I have a hole in my abdomen where waste comes out into a bag. Yeah, it's exactly as fun as it sounds. It can smell, it can leak, and sometimes it can literally explode. My life has improved dramatically since getting it, but it means I need extra space and privacy when dealing with bathroom situations. So I use the disabled bathroom. It gives me room to maneuver, clean up properly, and handle any emergencies without people watching or waiting. But apparently, because I can walk into the bathroom on my own 2 feet, people think I'm just some entitled person taking up space that's meant for others. I've gotten so many dirty looks and comments. People see a young woman walking normally and assume I'm just being selfish or lazy. They don't see the medical equipment hidden under my clothes. They don't know about the daily challenges or the constant worry about leaks and smells. What really gets me is when people make passive-aggressive comments or give me those judgmental stares as I'm leaving the disabled bathroom. Like they're the disability police and they've determined I don't qualify. But here's what they don't understand, disabled doesn't always mean wheelchair. It doesn't always look the way people expect it to look. I have a legitimate medical need for the extra space and privacy that disabled bathrooms provide. I'm not taking anything away from anyone else who needs it. If someone in a wheelchair showed up while I was using it, of course I'd hurry up. But most of the time, these bathrooms are empty anyway. The thing is, I shouldn't have to explain my medical situation to strangers just to justify using a bathroom. I shouldn't have to lift up my shirt and show people my Stoma bag to prove I belong there. But the constant judgment is wearing me down. Sometimes I try to use regular bathrooms just to avoid the stares, but then I'm cramped, stressed, and can't properly manage my equipment. It's like I'm being punished for not looking disabled enough for people's expectations. Should I just start wearing a sign that says invisible disability, or do I have every right to use the facilities I need without explaining myself to everyone? If you enjoyed these stories, drop a comment telling me which one was your favorite. And if you want more relaxed Reddit readings, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these stories, like, comment and subscribe for more relaxed Reddit readings.